Hey guys, my name is Marina and this is your monthly forecast for Capricorn for the period between the 20th of March and the 19th of April. So basically this is the time when we have the transit sun in Aries. And all of this time, during this whole period, the transit sun will be in your 4th house. So it suggests that that's a great time to make something for your home, to make something for the place where you are living. We should say that the transit sun in Aries is actually related with charging us with lots of energy, you know, feeling the impulse to start something new, to be really devoted on something, to take concrete actions in certain area of our life. And when the sun is in Aries and in 4th house, it suggests that you should be really active in your home. You should do something for the place where you are living. You may need to take care of a lot of things. And what's typical is that when it is Aries, it suggests that you need to initiate that things. You need to be the leader. You need to be the one who defines what's going to happen in this area of your life. Also, until the 31st, actually for around 10 days, from between the 20th and the 31st, we have a lot of planets in Aries. So we have the sun, meanwhile we have a new moon, so for a few days the moon there as well. Also we have the retrograde Venus, Mercury and Uranus in Aries. So that's a very strong energy, really intense cardinal and fire energy. And that's the energy of the new beginnings. That's the energy that really can push you to start something, to be more inspired, to take the actions. So try to use that, try to focus there. There can be some kind of, lots of actions happening around you. And on the 27th, we have a new moon, which suggests in Aries in 4th house. And it suggests that you should start something new. You can be, inspired for example, to change something in your home, to make something together with your family members, even with your parents or people that you are living with. And 4th house is, one of the most private places in the horoscope, something which we do and it's not visible for others. We do it on private, we do it for ourselves. So perhaps during this month you shouldn't try to be so much, socially active, to communicate so much with other people, to be, going out all of the time. Instead, it's better to just take a rest in some way, to spend some time at home or to spend some time alone. That's more beneficial for you. But while you're at home, it doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't do anything, because as we said, the fire energy, the Aries energy is related with lots of actions, with lots of, strong impulsive energy. So you can be really active, but just don't make it visible for others, just do something privately for yourself during this period. After that, on the 31st of March, we have the transit Mercury moving to Taurus, which for you will be in your 5th house. And Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury is the planet that, connects us with other people. So 5th house is related with romantic relationships, with hobbies, entertainment. So it's possible that you can focus more on communicating, like flirting with other people, or you can think about more about the things that brings you joy, because another meaning of 5th house is, our hobbies, and Mercury, on the other hand, is related with our ideas, what we are thinking about. So you can think more about entertainment, you may enjoy that, or you might be interesting, for example, to read more. Even you can decide to write. For people who, this is a main activity for them, writing, they can be more inspired during this time while Mercury transits their 5th house. After that, on the 3rd of April, we have the retrograde Venus going back to Pisces in your 3rd house. So the retrograde Venus can bring some kind of challenges in your communication with others. It can bring challenges in travelings, for example. If you are planning some kind of trips, you should be careful, because very often there might be some unexpected things. There might be, a lack of harmony in this area of your life, because Venus is traditionally related with with harmony and balance. And when Venus is retrograde, actually all of these things are challenged. They are missing in some way in our life. So you should be careful with planning your trips, with some kind of educations. If you're planning to start, it's probably not the best time to do that. Or if you need to go on an exam, again, it might be not a very beneficial time for you. And communicating with female generally can be a challenge for you while Venus is retrograde in your 3rd house. Next, on the 5th of April, we have the transit Saturn going retrograde in Sagittarius in your 12th house. And actually, for you, this transit can be related with, you may feel some kind of desire to stay on your own, because 12th house is the house of isolation, the house where we want to be, in private. It's the secret house. So Saturn there and Saturn is also a planet that puts some kind of boundaries that can restrict you. So in some way you may feel that you're not willing to spend so much time socializing with others, and there might be, like an inner need to be more alone. For some people, they might feel lonely, because Saturn in 12th house can bring this feeling that you are all on your own, that there is nobody around you, and in some way you are forced by the circumstances. So for a few days it might be a more time a period for you, then you can be more isolated and you can prefer to stay, or you may need to stay more on your own. After that, on the 9th of April, we have the transit Mercury going retrograde in Taurus. And we already said that Mercury is in your 5th house. So, as usually, Mercury is retrograde for around 3 weeks. And during this time, generally for all of us, it's not beneficial to sign contracts, everything including finances, because Mercury is retrograde in Taurus, might be also challenged. And you should be careful with your communication. And when Mercury is transiting your 5th house, it suggests that your romantic relationships might be challenged. For example, it's not a beneficial time for flirting, for revealing your feelings, for asking someone on a date for the first time. I mean, of course, if you know this person for some time, you have a relationship, the situation is totally different. But Mercury retrograde affects strongly, the new things that we are starting, and they're challenged in some way. It's not necessarily, something really bad. It's just that things usually don't turn, in the way that you have planned them. So just be prepared about that. Also be careful with some kind of creative projects, people who are working in the art business, in the show business. For them, this transit can be more challenging as well. Finally, on the 11th, we have a full moon. On the 11th of April, we have a full moon in Libra and Aries, which for you will fall in your 10th and 4th house. And as usual, the full moons bring some kind of, the need to find balance between two areas of your life. So with 10th and 4th house, these are actually the cardinal houses. So this full moon can be more important for you than usually, and it can bring some kind of serious changes in your life, in your status, in your reputation, in your home as well, because 4th house is related with your home environment, with your family. 10th house is your career, your reputation, your work. So there might be, there might be a need to find balance between these two areas of your life. For example, you may need to neglect for a while your social activities and goals, because you need to focus more on your some kind of family issues. You may need to take care of family members or support them in some way, or just, you know, take care of something in your home. And generally you can achieve a material result in these two areas of your life as well, because the full moons are the time when something might become visible. It can be either a concrete idea, you know, like a clearer vision about something, like being more conscious about something, including these two areas of your life, or so it can be either related with your family or with your career. And this can be, as I said, either an idea or a visible material result that you can achieve in your home, in your career, and generally in your social, everything which affects your social reputation. And on the 14th we have finally Venus going back direct in Pisces, which for you is in your 3rd house. So there can be an improvement in your communication. For example, if there were some kind of problems in everything that connects you with people, including your social networks, including your devices, some kind of technical problems, if there were, now things should improve. There can be generally like a new stage in this area of your life. If you had some problems with education, with some kind of courses or trainings, now things should improve for you. And most of the time actually Venus was retrograde in Aries, which was in your 4th house. So if previously during the past around 40 days you had some issues in your home, in your communication with family members, now things should improve. After Venus goes direct, things should go back to normal. Probably you might have made some important conclusions about the past. You may have decided to take some new steps, you know, to separate with the past. You might have reconsidered your emotional attitude regarding this area of your life. And from now on, this is the time, you know, to start to look ahead, to leave the past. So generally there can be an emotional, some kind of improvement in your emotional attitude, especially affecting your family and how you treat them, how you feel about them. So these were the most important transits during this period. Thank you very much for watching and see you around.